Hi, I'm Rob, and welcome to the Electrolander project. This is where I am going to take a 60-some-odd-year-old Cushman motor scooter and make it an electric bike. If you're new, welcome to the ride. Let me apologize ahead of time for the really bad production values. I'm not sponsored by anybody, I'm not a professional, I'm just a guy in a garage trying to turn a 60-plus-year-old motor scooter into an electric bike. If you have been following along, thanks a lot, and I hope I keep entertaining you with more ridiculousness. Today is going to be a brief, short episode regarding electrical wiring, or why there's even any electrical wiring. So, without any further ado, we will get started, and I hope you enjoy it. I think the ground wire is loose. So this little tab here is a fork lock that you can stick a padlock through to lock your handlebars in one direction so your bike can't be stolen. I don't think that wire is supposed to be pinched in it like that. From the pop sound the terminal makes when I remove it from the headlight, it appears that the red paint was still wet when he wired the headlight back up. Now, I'm no electrical engineer, but I do know that paint doesn't conduct electricity. So all that red paint underneath the terminal when I removed it is preventing any electricity from getting to that headlight and ever turning it on. So since Ray wasn't here to help me take the engine off, I decided to disconnect the wiring from the headlight. First thing I noticed is when I took the ground wire off the headlight, you'll notice that it literally just is a wire that goes from the trim ring back to the mounting bolt. That's it. Not much of a ground wire. So there's the two leads. Either one's a ground and one is single beam, or one is high beam and one is low beam. We're going to learn that along the way. But shrink tube unbounds. There's the damaged part of the shrink tubing where it was getting caught in the fork lock. No, the wire was not supposed to go through the triple tree to the headlight. So the wire goes through there. Now that we've taken the key switch off, the wires come down, go through that butt splice, down into that piece of shrink tubing, around the corner behind the bright switch. And where do they go? Nowhere. That's the other end of the two black wires from the headlight. Where's that red wire go? To the accessory terminal of the ignition switch. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to do. Okay. Bye-bye. So neither that triangular switch plate nor the switch itself is original to this bike. A lot of guys will put electric starts on their motors, will put one of these key switches on there as a kill switch and a starter switch. This bike was kickstart only, and really, with that red wire going to the accessory terminal, the black wire from the lighting coils ended up going to the center ground terminal. It was a black wire hooked to ignition that went to nowhere, and the brake lights wiring was tied into the ignition terminal on the switch. Basically, none of this did doodly squat. It didn't even work as a kill switch, to be honest. So it's all going to get thrown out, and we'll start all over. Okay, so now I've removed the floor mat from the center section. You can see the bright switch, which has absolutely nothing connected to it underneath the floorboard there. And you can see the wires coming up through the hole on the left. Those are coming from the lighting coils on the motor. And you can see the one going down through a hole just to the left of the bright switch. That hole shouldn't be there. That wire actually drops down, goes across underneath, comes out the side underneath the rubber mat on the right side floorboard, runs to the rear, ducks back through the frame, and hooks up to the brake switch. Which I'm not sure is the correct brake switch, nor am I sure it's located in the correct location. So all of that's going to go, and yeah, another hole to fill. Great. Okay, so here's a shot from underneath the frame. You can see where that black wire came down through the hole next to the bright switch. Then it turns into a red wire. It goes through that slot where the brake pedal moves back and forth. Wonder how long it'll take before it cuts through that brake wire. And then it comes back out through the hole in the frame near the engine brace there that shouldn't be there. And looks like it wraps around the linkage and then plugs into the brake switch. Awesome. That's going to be rerouted properly. And that's our show for today. Thanks for watching. Hopefully the next episode will come along in slightly shorter order than this one. Anyway, everybody have a pleasant evening. Stay safe, and we'll talk soon. Bye.